Hi everyone, hope everyone's doing well out there. Despite all that's going on in the world, let's make sure we keep ourselves positive, active and do the best that we can right now. I'm going to give you a little bit of guidance today. We're going to be using animal spirit cards. The only cards these are written and illustrated by Kim Krans. Here you are. These can be quite difficult to read, these ones. You don't got much to go on. But let's see what goes on. We're just going to ask what we got for our highest good. See what falls out for us, shall we? A very rustic feel to the background behind you, as you're wondering. Make a change from the Zodiac ones. Let's see what we get for you. So we're going to go for the old 3-card trick. 1, 2, 3, all 2 together there. So that's the way that one's going to roll. And we'll start from the very beginning. And what do we have? Ooh, we've got a dragonfly there. And I'm thinking feminine energy coming right there. So, right, you're kind of like, okay, what we've got to get together is before we can fly, we got to find balance within ourselves. Because you can see there's a little bit out of balance here. There's more feminine energy than masculine, and I know this might sound a bit odd to all of you, but each one of us on this planet has masculine and feminine energy, and we kind of got to balance the two. They would say it's kind of like balance your emotional side, balance your strength side, shall we say, and basically find a little bit of parity there. And when this comes out for us all, we kind of like need to reconnect and see where we're a little bit out of balance right now. And this, for many of us, is forcing everything to slow down. It's kind of had a good look around you, see what can I work on, what areas do I need to work on right now to make that happen. So I would say to everyone, obviously if you're a guy, maybe check your emotions out a little bit more, maybe, because you know we have this way of just shutting off, you know, kind of po-faced. And maybe ladies, you know, it's like maybe the opposite is true. Keep your emotions maybe a little bit more in check, and sort of like what's coming to me is like really see the positive in things. You know, it's very easy for us to get kind of wrapped up in our own wall of despair, as I call it. Let's look, and that's wall as in WOOL. I suppose WALL would work as well. But it's wall of despair. Cast it down, throw it down, say I ain't having that, and be a much more positive set of mind. But it is, to me, it's about opening up our channels of balance. Next up, oh, I like this one. We got dolphin. So dolphin, again, that makes me think of higher senses. Use your other senses, because we all know that dolphins are incredibly intelligent creatures, and we kind of need to work on that intellect that we've got. And with all what's going on right now, use your intellect, use your brain power, use your imagination. Myself, I mean, I'm kind of like learning a few new things. I thought I might as well. I've been forced to slow down, and I'm also embracing my creative side. I'm getting my writing going again. I know I may be a bit rusty, but for me it's really working on that. And what's coming to me as well, what come up to me for today, is stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness, if you're a writer or an artist, you literally just close your eyes almost and just write whatever comes out. And you come up with some really surreal, weird and wonderful stuff for me, which is perfect. Or if you're an artist, you'll kind of just come look at this paint that's in front of you and just enjoy it. But whatever you feel is important, just go with that stream of consciousness. Just follow the stream of consciousness. It's interesting that come out. I used to do that quite a lot when I used to write, and believe you me, the stuff that used to come out was like, where on earth did that come from? It's coming from, I would say, inspiration. That's fine. So find your inspiration. And finally, we have bats. Now people are thinking, oh my god, it's vampires. No, not at all. Bats, obviously for me, I'm drawn to hearing. It's like listen to all the things that are around about you now, because let's be honest, when everything's all going hectic like 100 miles an hour, you got time to listen. All you hear is just pure and utter noise, especially if you're in a city or something like that. Now listen to the silence, embrace that silence, and just realise that, hey, you know what, I never noticed that bird sound before because there's just so much damn traffic, or I never heard that music in the background of a radio from number 5 or whatever. And I think, well, maybe I should play a bit more tunes and stuff, you know. It kind of like really makes that, to me, is what's coming on. And also listen to what people say as well, you know, because many of us hear but we don't listen. It's a big important thing to digress there. So yeah, just listen listen, enjoy the listening and enjoy the silence, because silence is never quite silent. You ever realise that? Okay, so just a very quick recap. We've got balancing our feminine and masculine energies. Really work on emotions are coming up for me, and try to obviously put that positive spin on it. Really do. Stream of consciousness for me is really, you're artistic. It's really more for the artistic people, but we can all do this if you're looking for a bit of inspiration. Whatever you're doing, even if you're a business person, just write down what comes in, and some of it may seem gibberish and pure nonsense, but occasionally you get those golden little nuggets, just pure and utter platinum, really, or gold. And listen to the silence, listen to what's around you, and enjoy it. Okay guys, that's everything for today. Do pay attention to my channel, because I'll be uploading a few short stories and poems and whatnot, which go on in my weird and wonderful imagination. And do pay attention, and please feedback your comments. Your comments are really like gold dust, and really appreciate it. And like and share, and do subscribe. You like this channel, you like this content, subscribe. It makes it all worthwhile for myself. Much love to you all. Enjoy the peace and tranquility.